And for the first time in my whole adult life, I said a prayer. I said, God, if you're
While
real,
you're in prison, or
while I'm in prison, I'm laying there on the bunk, just so depressed, so just humiliated more than anything, right? I can't figure this thing out. And I said, God, if you're real, show me you're real. And next thing I knew, I was in Hillsborough, actually, in prison. I got moved to a new housing unit, and things just kind of began to transpire, you know. I didn't have a bright light experience or anything like that, but just them moving me, I moved to a drug and alcohol unit. Because I had been incarcerated so many times, I didn't qualify for any good time or time off my sentence. So traditionally, there's a waiting list to get into that housing unit. So I believe God arranged that, and I moved there, and I started going to church, and for the wrong reasons at first, you know, just to get out of my cell, something to do. And I began to hear and see and experience things that I had never heard, seen, or experienced. You know, these guys that were incarcerated, sometimes most of the time for charges worse than me, facing more time than I was, doing more time than I was, they were happy. They had some joy. They had a different aura about them. And
that's interesting, because there's something called jailhouse religion.
Sure, yeah.
And it's like you go in there and everybody says the right things, but you could just, it's a veneer for what is really going on.
There's kind of two categories, right? Jailhouse religion, jailhouse lawyers too.
Oh, tell me about jailhouse lawyers.
Yeah, you know, these guys that they can't get themselves out of their own case, but yet they're trying to educate you and tell you your loopholes and what laws, and it's like, you know, it's comical, really, if you think about it.
They're just talkers. They're natural talkers.
Just talkers. They've read a little bit of the law book, and now they can represent you.
I would have never even thought about jailhouse.
So to that point, that is a very common thing in prison. Everybody's running some type of game.
Yeah.
Right? Whether they're trying to buddy up to you to see how much commissary you have, or they're trying to get access to your loved ones, your sister, your girlfriend. That's a very much real thing about prison.
People are trying to they're trying to connect with your they're trying to hook up with your
everything's a hustle.
Relationships.
Yeah, everything's a hustle. They'll get your address of your loved ones and write them and say, Tony's in trouble. I need you to send me X amount of money. That's a very common thing. Yes.